Hey there, Pauper fans, Bryant Cook. Just a few days ago, I uploaded Streamstorm. I got absolutely smushed, and I have to imagine everyone's sick of watching those videos of me just getting absolutely annihilated. I completely understand. That said, after that video, I was at an all-time low, and some people in the Storm Discord, fantastic community, link is in the description below, decided, help me work on this deck. So the first thing that was brought up was that Sprouting Vines, this is old technology, old technology. This used to be a deck. Sprouting Vines plus Tolarian Winds would be an easy way to rip through the library. So I started on a bunch of lists with Faithless Looting and only a couple wins, and then I played a lot of games in the practice room, a lot. And by the end of it, I got up to 4 Tolarian Winds, which if you're unfamiliar, 1 in a blue, discard your hand, then draw that many cards, and then 4 Sprouting Vines. So Faithless Looting is completely gone. So we're back to a point where Stream of Thought, if you mill yourself, you're not really doing yourself too many favors. I mean, yeah, you can mill a Rite of Flame or get Threshold for Cabal Ritual, but it's not really that important. So that was the big thing, because now you can set up plays that actually matter for your storm count, because before the storm count never really mattered unless you sided in weather. But now we have this engine where you can play a bunch of spells, put Tolarian Winds on the stack, respond by casting Sprouting Vines, thin your library of every single land, because we're only playing basics. So you thin 8 to 10 lands out of your deck. I have to imagine you have a few in play. And then you discard them all, draw a brand new hand of, 10 to 12 cards, and then you have enough fuel to just, power through the rest of your library. I've been playing it a lot, and the deck is certainly more powerful now, and I decided, hey, this is what I want to play tonight. You might not want to watch it, but this is what I wanted to play today. I think we've actually fixed it. I could be wrong. Maybe the end of the video, I'll be like, it still needs some work. Admittedly, game 1, it's really tough for us to beat counterspells. That's just the harsh reality of it. Not a whole lot I can do. But I mean, you could play like a couple main deck duress, I suppose, but it comes at a real big cost here, and I just want the most efficient main deck possible. So that's what we're looking to do. And the second thing is, there's no more AK effects, no take inventory, no frantic inventory. We don't need them. And this is actually partially my own fault. Somebody in the Storm Discord pointed out to me that I just didn't recognize a comment on that first video where somebody's figured out that we just don't need those effects. So the idea is that you create a loop, or a alternative loops, with Deadly Dispute. Why is it not? Okay, there we go. Deadly Dispute, which 2 mana, second artifact, draw 2, create a treasure. You then use Experimental Synthesizer, and then Stream of Thought, so that's 3. Because the thing is, Synthesizer's 2, Deadly Dispute's 2. The Zoom today is just not working. So Deadly Dispute's 2, Stream of Thought shuffles them back in, and then you alternate between Cabal Ritual and Rite of Flame. And that will be a deterministic loop. There is one downside. You need more resources to start the loop. So previously with the AK loop, you only needed like 1 or 2 draw spells. You really need like 3 draw spells ready to go to get the dispute loop going. But the nice part about this list is that you should have more resources by the time you get there. On the sideboard, we can play Crash now to blow up spell bombs and relics, and we have 7 mountains to do it. And Crash is also a free spell that creates Storm for Sprouting Vines. In a pinch, you can also blow up your own Chromatic Star or Experimental Synthesizer to, create Storm, draw a card, whatever, which is pretty sweet. We also decided to go back to the Marauding Blight Priest, Weather the Storm in the board. I'm not completely sold on this, but the idea is that now with this Tolarian Winds combo, you should have more than enough resources for this to be an efficient sideboard plan. So we'll see how it goes. I could be wrong. And then this Dispel is primarily just for blast effects, and then Dress is an all-around answer. We are still weak to Graveyard Hate, still weak to counterspells in the main deck, but I want to see how this goes today. Hopefully we don't see too many blue decks. I'm actually genuinely excited to play this, and I'm not just saying that for the sake of the video. Like, I'm playing this 2 days after recording it because this is what I want to play, and if you don't like it, this one's for me. I don't care. But for those of you that watch it, I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the first match. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to the first round. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep this. We have the Singleton Island, which may seem a little bit awkward here. I completely get it. That said, the island is actually really important to this deck for a reason I did not mention in the deck tech. And that is that when you're casting Sprouting Vines, you can always get an island to then play Tolarian Winds. So you don't have to rely on having other items in order to make it actionable. Okay, and they're playing a 3-even Inspector. Draw for turn. Mountain. Let's just play the Synthesizer, trying to set up for next turn. Manamorphose. Am I going to peanut butter and jam here? Think I want to. I don't know why I responded there. Let's just draw my card. Oh my. Are we going for a turn 2 here? Is that what's happening? Deadly Dispute. Sack the Synth. Oh boy. Another Manamorph. I am so excited. Okay, a second stream wasn't ideal. Let's add a red. Cast this Manamorphose. We'll do blue-green. That Rite of Flame is perfect. Add a red. Storm is 7. Storm 8 Manamorphose. We'll add red, red. Alright, so now what we want to do is hold priority with Tolarian Winds. Cast Sprouting Vines. And I'm going to leave a black open. So we're going to search our library for 10 basic lands. Can we pull off a turn 2? This is so sweet. Okay. I'm really nervous right now. I want this to happen so badly. So we have 1 land left in the deck. Let's draw 13 new cards. Oh boy. Time to party. Knight's Whisper. Knight's Whisper. Should have played a Cabal Ritual first. That was a small mistake on my part. Red. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Cabal Ritual. Let's play a Synthesizer. Let's play another Synthesizer. A Tolarian Winds. Chromatic Star. Let's Knight's Whisper again. This brings us down to 13. Cabal Ritual. 13 cards in deck, but also 13 life. Knight's Whisper. Another Cabal Ritual. 11 cards left. Let's cast this Manamorphose. We'll make blue-blue. Rite of Flame. 10 cards. Manamorphose. Blue-blue again. Star. I'm going to Deadly Dispute. Sack the Synthesizer. And I think I want to Tolarian Winds. Okay. So now we'll draw. And then we have 3 cards left in our deck. We should have the loop at this point. Play Lotus Petal. Yeah, this should be deterministic. Cabal Ritual. Stream myself. Okay, so we're going to put back Synthesizer, a Deadly Dispute, We're at lower red mana, so we'll add Rite of Flame, and then the other Stream of Thought. Okay, so when I was doing this earlier, the key is you always start on a Synthesizer. So then we can play this Rite of Flame, Deadly Dispute, and there's the stream, and now we target the opponent. And at this point, we're just looping. So now we swap the Rite of Flame with the Cabal Ritual. Play the Synthesizer. Deadly Dispute. Sack the Synth. Cabal Ritual. Stream of Thought. And now we swap back to the Rite of Flame. And we just do this over and over. I'm going to try to be quiet so that way you don't have to just watch me loop this until the opponent's dead. Alright, I guess one small note before I mute myself for a little bit is Deadly Dispute creates blue off the treasure, so I've run out of floating blue mana, but I do have treasures that I can use on each loop. Alright, so at this point our opponent is down to 12 cards in library, so at this point I can just replicate Stream of Thought multiple times and win the game that way. We're going to target them and copy it twice for 12. And it wants me to make a bunch of blue. We can do that with our treasure tokens. One more blue. And now a bunch of colorless. Put some cards back in my deck. Okay, so our opponent's been decked. And now I'm going to pass the turn. We got a turn 2 win. Heck yeah, turn 2. I mean, it took me like 10 minutes to get through the loop, but we got there. That was sweet. And it looks like they're just on mono white aggro. So I don't know if mono white aggro plays Graveyard Hate or not, but I know that it doesn't play Pyroblast. So we could board in a couple copies of Crash to hedge. We could also just try to switch to the Weather of the Storm combo. I think both are acceptable. You can also just resubmit and say, hey, I don't think you're going to have meaningful cards, which might be the best move. I'm going to resubmit, and if I get bit game 2, there's always game 3. Game number 2. Looks like my storm count was cut off for that first game. I am sorry. You didn't get to see my ridiculously high storm count. It's been fixed. My apologies. Turn 1, War Falcon. Play the Chromatic Star. Pass the turn. Plains. They have a Sky Hunter. They can attack for 2. Looking to draw into a swamp here. We did not. So what I'm going to do is add a black. Draw a card with the Chromatic Star. Dark Ritual. Let's Night's Whisper. Drew another mountain. We have a Manamorphose here, so I think what I'm going to do is just cast the Whisper and maybe pass the turn. We could also just keep on trying to go, but I think that's a little bit risky. I'm just going to Whisper. The Winds is really good. I think I'm actually supposed to discard a Deadly Dispute here because we don't have any artifacts. But I should be able to go on turn 3. Alright. Pretty excited right now. Draw. We drew the swamp, that was huge. Dark Ritual. Rite of Flame. We now have Threshold, we'll cast this Cabal Ritual. Manamorphose. We'll add blue-green. I cannot cast the Deadly Dispute, unfortunately, but we can play this Tolarian Winds, respond with Sprouting Vines, and just get a new hand. One thing to note this time is I'm going to leave the island in the deck. I think that we want the option of getting it later. for using it later. Okay, so we're gonna draw how many? 8 new cards here with 4 available mana. Another Tolarian Winds. Dark Ritual, 30 cards. What's Night's Whisper? I don't think I actually want to play another Sprouting Vines. Dark Ritual. Metamorphose. Maybe I do. Blue-green. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. I'm going to play the Synthesizer, I think. With that on the stack, we should Sprouting Vines just to make sure I don't hit any more lands. So this is going to be a Tolarian Winds for 5. Okay. So this is going to bring me down to 18 cards in deck. This feels so much more powerful already. Okay. Tolarian Winds for 5. We had double Stream of Thought. That's actually not very good here. So we need the Synthesizer to hit a draw spell. Lotus Petal. I'm at 8 and they have 7 damage on board. Okay, let's cast Rite of Flame. See if I can get anything off the Synthesizer trigger. I think I'm actually going to burn a Cabal Ritual here, because if I do hit, I don't want my mana to be choked up. Synthesizer, 17 cards. Be good. Wins. So that's actually really awkward, because I'm not allowed to discard both of these, or else I just can't win the game. So what we're going to do is Stream of Thought myself here. Oh, I can't even cast it. I don't have multiple blue. I don't have multiple blue. I think we're dead. Or what I was supposed to do is, okay, here's the actual play. I was supposed to cast this, hold priority, cast Winds, discarding this, and then shuffle this Stream of Thought back in. I just thought of it. All right, I'm going to concede. We can just go to game 3. A little bit unfortunate towards the end there, but I could have played better too. Submit. I don't think they have anything. We have 9 minutes to win this game. We can do it. Yes. Mulligan. This could certainly be better. I think we bottom one of the wins. Play the star, pass the turn. Planes. Inspector Gadget. Yep. Draw. Just gonna pass. Planes. Cathar. I'll take 1 down to 19. Draw for turn. Lotus Petal. I'm just gonna pass. Trying to keep everything in my hand for storm count purposes. Javeliers. Javelineers. I said that weirdly. Take 3, I go to 16. Draw. Have to pass. It's worth noting that Mana Tithe is a card that is in the back of my head right now, is a card I need to play around. So now they can attack for 4. And they're still representing that Mana Tithe. So they attack for 4, I go to 12. I'm dead if they have the all white creatures gain +X spell. Or +2/+2 spell. So I think maybe I'm supposed to try to win here. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Let's make a red. Really need to find the vines if we're going to win this. Rite of Flame. Synthesizer. Come on, Sprouting Vines. Play Synthesizer. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Okay, we are not going to play the Swamp because it hurts our mana here. So we're going to Synthesizer the hard way. We get another Winds. I think we fizzled. Blue. Play the Winds. Garbage. Yep. Bummer. So the round that we had a turn to win, the post-board games just didn't go our way. This game, I just struggled to find my key piece. Game 2, I mean, it was probably a fizzle anyway, but I could have played better. Let's block this thing, I guess. I'm at 7. Yep. Or Skyfisher. This should be a really good matchup for me, too. Like, mono white, the deck that can't interact, and, yeah, sometimes you just lose. Cabal Ritual. Mana Tithe. Yep. I mean, they were signaling the whole game that they had it. I'm not terribly surprised. We'll make a red. Synthesizer. We hit Deadly Dispute, which is the card that, like, it's the only thing here that has text on it, but we're too far behind to win this game. Yeah, that's a bummer. So we're going to start this league out 0-1, but you can't take a turn 2 win away from me. It happened. It was sweet. Round 2 coming up. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Match number 2, we're on the play. This is so... I love this version of the deck. I know that I didn't win that last round, but, like, I feel good about this. Alright, we're going to play turn 1 Swamp, pass the turn. I think it was a collection of things that just, like, unfortunately didn't really work last round. Maybe I shouldn't have played the second... what is it called? Sprouts. I should have just, like, played the Tolarian Winds and not have thought about it. I think I'm going to burn a Lotus Petal the Night's Whisper here. That's unfortunate. Pass the turn. Llanowar Elves. Priest of Titania. They have 4 in hand. Draw. So I can make 5. Dark Ritual. I think I'm actually going to Deadly Dispute away the Petal. And I still didn't hit. Wow. So bad. Let's try to hit a land here. This deck hates me. I think that's what it's coming down to here. Damn. That sucked. Almost 25% of the way through my deck and I saw 1 land. Guess we'll try again next turn. And our elf opponent's just doing their thing. Timberwatch, okay. And they're out of cards. I'm at 18. I think that this is just going to be lethal next turn. Draw. Oh no. I have to hit here. I had a black. That's just unlucky. And very, very disappointing. I can't believe we lost that one. This deck is trying to suck the life out of me. That I feel like that one should have been a win. Elves traditionally doesn't play Graveyard Hate, so I'm just not going to sideboard. They are a deck that sometimes brings in, like, Dispel, So here's the thing. They can counterspell like a Deadly Dispute or a Winds, but they can't hit the stream, so I'm just going to resubmit. And these are like, if I had to pick matchups for a league, this is it. Like, I'd want mono white into elves, but unfortunately the deck right now just isn't cooperating. I mean, I even added a land for this video. I'm playing 14. We saw just over 25% of our deck and we found one land. Game number 2, we're on the play. We've opened up the island again. Still think that it's a keep. Like, you need the island in the deck. I think if you cut the island, you're just making your deck worse. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stream without myself here. It gets me closer to threshold for this Cabal Ritual, and I think that's worth it. Let's put the lands back in, though. Forest. Nettle Sentinel, sure. Draw. Another Whisper. Against Better Judgment, I'm going to cycle the Manamorphose here. Black. Alright, so we drew land 2, but now we need a black source. Okay, so now Experimental Synthesizer is the card we're looking for. I mean, I'd take a Chromatic Star too, don't get me wrong. Elvish Vanguard, yep. They have 4 in hand. Bryant Ranger, yep. So now at all times they're representing having free counter magic. I shouldn't say free, and they did not attack, so they definitely have a piece of counter magic in their hand. The Winds. Whisper. There's the Synthesizer. So they could have like, typically it's Dispel. Another copy of Elvish Vanguard. Priest of Titania. 2 in hand. And they're just strongly representing the interaction in hand. But I don't know what I can do because I'm dead next turn, I believe. This is 6. Yeah, they have lethal next turn, so I just have to play into it. Play the Synthesizer. Triggers. Lotus Petal. Play another Lotus Petal. Cabal Ritual. Deadly Dispute. If they counter something, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing if it was Deadly Dispute. I mean, obviously I want it to resolve, but Tolarian Winds. A lot of those now. Cabal Ritual. Deadly Dispute. Sacrifice the treasure. I think I'm just going to play this for 5. Alright, so we hit the combo. Manamorphose. I'm sorry, this is a Rite of Flame. Is it Blue Blast? Is that what you're sitting on? Might be a Blue Blast. And it is in fact Blue Elemental Blast. According to this, I have not played a land yet. I don't know if it's true or not. It's Manamorphose and Prairie that I hit. Blue-green. Well, I hit another Rite of Flame, so I guarantee have it now. Make a red. I have 1 in hand. Rite of Flame. Hold priority, Tolarian Winds. Sprouting Vines. Let's go get some lands. We'll have a red floating post Tolarian Winds. We have 1 Rite of Flame left in our deck and 1 Lotus Petal. So we're not out of the woods yet. I guess you could have played. I actually don't know if I've played a land yet. So like, in theory, I could have played the vines first and then tried to play a land in Tolarian Winds because the storm count didn't matter. So that's another area for improvement for me. Come on, deck, please. Drawing over half our deck here. We get the Rite of Flame. Okay. Black. Black. Hello, Cabal Ritual. 8 cards left. Synth. We hit the stream. We'll play another Synthesizer. 6 cards left. Manamorphose. Blue. Blue? Play a Lotus Petal. Deadly Dispute. Saki Synthesizer. 2 cards left. Empty our deck. Alright, Dark Ritual. We have the loop from here. Stream of Thought You. Get back our stream. Rite of Flame. Synthesizer. Deadly Dispute. Yep. Okay, so start on Synthesizer. That's the rule. Deadly Dispute. Sack the synth. Draw the rest of my deck. Rite of Flame. Stream of Thought. Dispute, synth, stream, Cabal Ritual. Play the Synthesizer. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Guess I can draw, or I can make a blue with this. And now I can't use Deadly Dispute. So I guess what I'll do is I'll stream them anyway. And then we'll do Deadly Dispute, Deadly Dispute, stream, ball. It must be the Rite of Flame. Alright, so now we Deadly Dispute. So this sees 3. And all the rituals are still on the bottom. That's a little annoying. Deadly Dispute this. Okay, so Rite of Flame, Cabal Ritual, stream, Dispute, synth, Rite of Flame, Stream of Thought. I'm actually thankful that they're showing me their deck here. Rite of Flame, Deadly Dispute. Okay, now I draw 2. I get the treasure, make a blue, Stream of Thought You. 14 minutes left. Really lagging. I need to restart Magic Online after this. Back Cabal Ritual. Play the Synthesizer. There's the stream. Deadly Dispute for the other 3. I have 30 cards left in deck. Cabal Ritual. Make a blue. Stream of Thought. Our opponent just conceded and they showed me a negate. So, Blue Elemental Blast and negate. Do I want to board in anything for that? We have 12 minutes to win game number 2. I could try bringing in a couple of duress. I'd board out like a Cabal Ritual and maybe like 1 Night's Whisper. Game 3, we're on the draw. They kept 7. I think we can do better. Keep. Get rid of the second synth. Forest and Delph. Yep. Draw. Land number 2. Play the star. Pass the turn. Play basic forest. Nettle Sentinel. Birch Lore. So now they have blue mana available. And they're just passing. Play the mountain and pass the turn. So that means that they have negate in hand, based on what we just saw our opponent do. Lead the Stampede. Untaps Nettle Sentinel. Because there's no reason they wouldn't swing with the Fendhorn Elf if they didn't have negate. They revealed 5 elves. They play the Sentinel. So right now they can only be representing Blue Blast, and they're taking their shields down after representing negate the previous turn. I might want to try to win now. Let's play the synth. Come on, please be Sprouting Vines, please. Manamorphose. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Let's Manamorphose. We'll do blue-green. Star. Make a black. Yeah, I guess let's make a black. Draw a card. Not Sprouting Vines. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Chromatic Star. Come on, Sprouting Vines, please. Add a red. Lotus Petal. So I can try to crack the Synthesizer here, but odds are not looking good at the moment. So if I hit exactly the sprouts, I can win this. Okay, come on, deck, please. Deadly Dispute. So I have to play the Swamp. Get rid of the green for now. Sack the Samurai. Damn. Draw 3. Feel like I've missed my window. Pass the turn. Now they have negate up again. Almost a third of our deck. We're at 41 cards, so our draw step will put me at a third. Elvish Vanguard. We knew about that. Another Elvish Vanguard. So we know that they have 2 Timber Watches and 3 unknowns. We suspect that one of them is a negate. Another Sentinel, so now they have 2 unknowns. They're going to combat. And once again, just strongly representing the negate in hand. Draw. Night's Whisper. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if they play 2 creatures from hand, that's 14. So the Whisper could kill me here. Synthesizer. Triggers. I think I want the blocker. Make sure that I don't die. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, come on, deck. That's just hurting my feelings. Not loving my spot at the moment. Timberwatch Elf. How much are you attacking for? That's not lethal. I'm just going to take it. I am at 5. Draw. Stream of Thought. Night's Whisper going to 3 life. Caress you. I mean, there's no chance that I win from here. I'm so low on resources, and drawing the stream I thought was actively bad. They're untapping, and then they will cast their negate. Can't believe they had that this whole time. Deadly Dispute, sacrificing these samurai. And this is going to be the ball game. Manamorphose. Yeah, the blue blast too. Black red. Yeah. Kind of wild. We went really deep this game without ever finding it. So that's 50% of my deck. And yeah, we never found the sprouts. Bummer. This deck is better. I swear that this deck is better. You saw a turn 2 win. We had a turn 3 win last game. I don't know. Maybe there's something else we can do to increase the consistency, but right now I'm struggling a little bit. I'm going to get a match. I'd like to get the next 3. Stick around and see if I can get them. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and Mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Uh-oh. I said I wanted to win the next 3, and we get paired against the trophy leader when I have to imagine that they play blue decks. Here we have a pretty good hand. All we need to do is find a Tolarian Winds, and this hand goes bananas. They mulligan. We're going to play Chromatic Star. Actually, hold on. I'm just going to pass the turn. I think with a hand with Double Dark Ritual, I want to save that Chromatic Star for Storm. Alright, so they're on Caw Gate. I need to draw Tolarian Winds. Pass the turn. Play an island. They have blue open. We have 7 in hand. I'll pass. And they're just strongly representing Counterspell. Play the mountain. Pass the turn. Gate. They attack for 1. Another Sprouting Vines. Play Chromatic Star. They're pumping. Once again, just really representing having Counterspell here. And our deck is weak against blue, so not the matchups we wanted. Well, matchup we wanted. Going to continue to pass. They cycle on Ash Barrens. Grab an island. The Modern Age, so they're not pumping their cat this time. Discards another copy of the Modern Age. Take a draw. I could have played Sprouting Vines there for 2. I just don't think it's necessarily worth it. Play the Lotus Petal. Pass the turn. Discards Brainstorm. Wow. Pumping the cat. So we're going to go to 11. Draw for turn. Tolarian Winds. So the question is, can we beat a counterspell here? I kind of doubt it, but we're going to see what we can do. Synthesizer. Triggers. Sprouting Vines. That's annoying. Really, we needed to find something that they wanted to counterspell off this. Lotus Petal. And I forgot to restart. I'm definitely lagging right now. Add a green. Stream a thought that I didn't want. Manamorphose. Blue-green? Damn. I have to hope that for some reason they don't counter my Tolarian Winds. And they do. Alright. Disappointing. We have 2 lands left in our deck. We can play a land. Use the Synthesizer into a Manamorphose. I feel like this is just going to get hit by Spell Pierce, but let's cast it anyway. I guess my out here to winning this game is making blue. We have to cast Manamorphose. It doesn't matter. Blue, red. Another Synthesizer. Might as well cast this stream. Put back in Deadly Dispute, Tolarian Winds. And that's it. Pass the turn. And now they have another counter spell open. We're probably just dead. The discipline of never tapping out definitely got me here. Synthesizer. Dark Ritual. Synthesizer. Into a Night's Whisper. So the issue here is that I'm dead to their Basilisk Gate next turn. Rite of Flame. Night's Whisper. I mean, we're not winning this. Alright, we'll go to game 2. I'll board in some ways to interact with counter spells, and we'll see how it goes. Bring in Duress. Dispel. But I think what you want to do is you want to board out like 1 Winds, 1 Vines. You could take out a little bit of mana. So I'm fine boarding down on Dark Ritual. I like keeping in Cabal Ritual. It's tough. Like, you need Cabal Ritual in order to win the game, but maybe if they're going to have stuff like Spell Pierce, you want to leave in Dark Ritual. You could probably cut like a Manamorphose. Let's submit. Game 2. Yep, keep. Pass the turn. Chose not to play Duress. Draw their land. So I could play Duress for like a Relic or something, but most of these decks don't play it, but I feel like I'd feel worse if I just sat here losing over the course of the game to that. Take the counter spell. Like, most of the time they don't have anything that like meaningfully interacts. They cycle the Ash Barrens, they grab an island, and they're going to leave up Hydroblast. Draw. Whisper, whisper. Okay, we have the mana. And they play Gate. Squadron Hawk, yep. And they grab the full complement of Hawks. Night's Whisper. Another Deadly Dispute. I have to find a way to beat that Hydroblast in their hand. Either a Duress or just drawing another artifact. Draw. Rite of Flame. They let that go. What about Synthesizer? And they did counter that, so I'm just going to pass. They're pumping up the Hawk. They have an untapped land next turn. The Gate's lethal. Oh no. Am I just dead? I think I'm dead. Wow. Nope, not dead. Okay. So I get one more draw step when they're representing having counter magic. Draw for turn. It's a star. Rite of Flame. Chromatic Star. Resolves. Dark Ritual. We have Threshold. I will cast a Cabal Ritual. Deadly Dispute, sacrificing Chromatic Star. We hit another Synthesizer. Big fan. Play it. Triggers. Deadly Dispute. Sack the Synthesizer. Triggers. Reveal a Swamp. Duress you. They left Relic in their hand. Wow. So I just have to beat a Force Spike from here on out? Okay. I mean, I'm pretty far away from winning here. Blue, green. Okay. Deadly Dispute, sack a treasure. Deadly Dispute. Sacrifice another treasure. Can I find a Tolarian Winds? Once again, we're halfway through our deck and I'm just drawing blanks. I guess I did board one out. Play the land. Cast the Morphos. Red. Red. That's the ball game. Damn. 0 and 3. I really do think that this list is better too. It stinks. Obviously not the record I wanted to post here today, but oh well. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. Match 4, we're on the play. So if I lose this, I'm probably going to stop recording. That said, even with the loss here, I feel like we found something that's positive, a positive direction forward, right? Like, we don't need the AK effects anymore. So we were playing cards we didn't need. We cut those. The Tolarian Winds Sprouts package, I feel, is an improvement to the deck. Part of me wonders, are there other slots we could potentially cut to help improve? We don't necessarily need Manamorphose anymore. It does color fix though, so it's tough to cut that card when we're a deck that runs 14 basic lands and we're 3 colors. Technically 4 colors. It's tough to justify cutting Manamorphose. Chromatic Star has been a card that I felt like has underperformed a little bit. It could be something like Pented Prism. That said, in a lot of the games that we're losing, it's because I don't draw into the key card, so it's tough to want to cut a card that helps improve my deck or my consistency for a card that just makes mana. So I'm just sharing some thoughts. None of these are necessarily going to be actionable items. It's just Manamorphose and Chromatic Star are both possible cuts. You do need Chromatic Star for the artifact count. That's worth noting, because right now we're actually running pretty low on artifacts, so it's tough to say. This was not a good draw. Let's play Synthesizer looking for a land. Triggers. Whisper. I'm going to get rid of the Lotus Petal here. Draw 2. Go to 18. We find our land drops. Pass the turn. Blue. Okay. All the initiative. The Ephemerate? Ephemerate with initiative is pretty cute. They have a 5/5 Vigilance Trample. Get in there. Yeah. And I think for us, it's time to party. Let's start on Synthesizer. Triggers another Deadly Dispute. Big fan. Let's cast that, sacrifice. This will put 5 to the graveyard for us. Knight's Whisper. This plays a little bit risky. I'm going to Deadly Dispute again because it gives me threshold for this Cabal Ritual. The issue is that we could get choked on colors, and we did not because I drew the Rite of Flame. This makes triple red. This makes black. Ooh. Whoops, undo. Black mana, like I said. Let's cast this Knight's Whisper. Okay. Need to find a Tolarian Winds. Manamorphose. Blue, red. I'm wondering if I should Sprouting Vines here to thin the deck of the rest of my lands. And then I get 2 draws with Morpho Synth to hit. Pull those lands out. We have 4 Tolarian Winds we could possibly hit. Another thing, if you're feeling a little spicy, is you could Stream of Thought yourself and then shuffle back in Tolarian Winds and Disputes, trying to hit. Okay, so we have 6 mana. We have 28 cards left. 4 actual hits. I don't think I can afford to burn mana by casting Stream here. Blue, red. Dark Ritual, not a hit. Synthesizer. We get another Dark Ritual. So I can cast or activate the Synthesizer, but it's got to be this card. We get another Sprouting Vines. Stream targeting me. So I believe right now I'm going to go to 1. Deadly Dispute doesn't even help me here. So like shuffle in like Manamorphose maybe. And then let's do this again to increase my probability of hitting Stream on the next turn. Or I'm sorry, of hitting Winds. And then I'm forced to pass the turn. We have 20 cards in deck, 4 of them are Stream of Thought. I also feel like I'm not going to take this league personally. It's a little, I don't want to say hypocritical, but like, I feel like I've had some just like terribly bad luck this league. Like this wasn't normal. So I need to block this one or else I'm dead. Because if I block the Jeweled Thief, it tramples over and I take lethal. They have 2 in hand. Arbor Elf, come on, Tolarian Winds. Womp womp. Concede. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. I'm going to board in 2 Crash. I've seen some relics in these decks before, so I don't want to just flat out be dead to them. And then the question is, how do we board? I think I'm going to try boarding down on Manamorphose and a Cabal Ritual. Alright, Cabal Ritual to the sideboard. Let's try this. On the play. Sure. I feel like we're getting really, really close with this deck. You may not enjoy watching me just lose over and over again, but like I am in the process of problem solving a deck list, and I feel like we're getting really close to the point where like the light bulb goes off. I thought this list might have been it. Obviously, it didn't work out that way, but we're almost there. I can feel it. Utopia Sprawl. And tap. Into another Arbor Elf Island. They have 4 in hand. I try to go off here. I don't know what the blue is for, though. Lotus Petal. Dark Ritual. Let's cast a Deadly Dispute. Getting rid of this Chromatic Star. We'll draw 3 and create a treasure. Island. Another Winds. A little annoyed by that. I think we're not realistically going to win this game, so I should just like Night's Whisper and pass. Or if you're really bold, you could Cabal Ritual hold priority Tolarian Winds, but I think that's just a bad move. Whisper. Pass the turn. Alright, so they have 7 here. Alright, they played their initiative creature. It happens. They go get a land. Now they can make 3 more mana. They destroy my mountain. Not very nice. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Chromatic Star. Okay, so we get to do something pretty cool here. Let's add a blue. Because we have 7 total mana. We can go Winds, Vines. And just like rip through our deck. Or I could try to Night's Whisper. So the problem with the Winds, Vines play is that I have no agency over the cards in the middle. I think I'm just going to Whisper here. We had another Cabal Ritual. Alright, so that ended up working out. We're going to hold priority, cast Tolarian Winds. We're going to hold priority, cast Tolarian Winds. Hold priority, sacrifice this, and cast Sprouting Vines. Come on. Alright, we're going to remove 8 lands in our deck from the game. Okay. Slowly resolving these. So now we're going to discard and draw 10. Cast this Dark Ritual. Cast Cabal Ritual. And then this resolves. So we'll draw 8. We have 16 cards left. 1 Lotus Petal here. And I cannot discard the Stream of Thought or else we can't win the game. Because we just need it. So no mana fixing in here. A little bit scary. Red, Rite of Flame. Play the Synthesizer. Come on, Deadly Dispute. Star's actually pretty good. Dark Ritual. Let's add a blue. You're another synth. Let's play it. Triggers. And another one. Uh-oh. Getting really low here. 13 cards left. Color's my issue at the moment. Play the Synthesizer. We hit the Deadly Dispute. That was a lucky rip. Alright, sacrifice. We get another one. And another one. So this brings us down to 6 cards in deck. We had another Deadly Dispute. Alright, so now we can use this for red. Trying to think the best way to go about this right now. So I can cast Stream of Thought targeting them. And then in response, Tolarian Winds to draw the rest of my deck. Hold priority, Stream of Thought targeting them. And now I'm going to... Come on. Tolarian Winds. This draws 4. Okay, and now we can start the loop. Stream of Thought. We want Cabal Ritual. Synthesizer, Deadly Dispute. Okay, cast this Deadly Dispute. Stream of Thought. Lotus Petal. I'm going to clear the rest of the deck. What's the Whisper? Manamorphose. Blue-black. Alright, so at this point I have the loop, I just have to win. Alright, so this time we do Rite of Flame, Deadly Dispute, Synthesizer, Stream. Play the synth. Deadly Dispute. Sack the Synthesizer. Draw. Rite of Flame. Sack this for a blue. Target you. Okay, I'm going to quit narrating this and just focus on trying to do it. Alright, and our opponent conceded, so we are going to game number 3 with 10 minutes left on the clock. Whew. Did not mill any graveyard hate, worth noting. Wow. Alright, so can I get this game number 3? I certainly hope so. I'd like a W. Submit. Keep. Wild Growth. Stream, not a good draw. Play the Chromatic Star, pass the turn. 3 mana. Okay. Llanowar Visionary. Tolarian Winds. I'm going to pass the turn. I might Deadly Dispute on their end step. 4 mana. Acid Moss. I'm going to Deadly Dispute now. Cabal Ritual. Okay. They have 2 available mana. They play an elf, 2 cards in hand. They attack for 2. I'm at 18. Draw. Another Tolarian Winds. We're going to sit on that, though. Just going to play a Night's Whisper here. And I'm just going to go straight to discard. Discard the Stream of Thought. Discard the Crash. Pass the turn. We're going to try to go bananas on my turn. My next turn. They haven't shown me any graveyard hate yet. I'm not going to respect it. The Jeweled Thief. 2 cards still in hand. Another Visionary. This brings them back up to 2. And they attack. So they have 1 treasure open. Okay. So I need to get 1 card to graveyard for Threshold. I think we're supposed to start on the Manamorphose. Red, blue. Another Cabal Ritual. Use the red mana. Leave the blue. Cabal Ritual. Chromatic Star. Okay, so I'm going to hold. This is going to be sweet. We're going to cast this Deadly Dispute. Sack the Chromatic Star. Oh, actually, it's not going to be as sweet as I thought. My bad. I was like, yeah, I'll get the treasure, and then I'll double Tolarian Winds into Vines. That's not how this card works. I have to draw the cards. But looks like we can still do some pretty sweet stuff. And honestly, I don't know if I'm supposed to double Winds, and here's why. If I accidentally draw the other Stream of Thought, I lose the game. I don't want to do that. So let's just take this one step at a time. Cast the Sprouting Vines, Storm 8. Ooh, okay. Too busy narrating. I should have Tolarian Winds first because it would have gotten 1 more land out of my deck. Too busy talking. Okay. My big fat mouth getting in the way again. 7.5 minutes on clock. Alright, let's Tolarian Winds. Okay, Cabal Ritual. And this would have lost me the game, it's worth noting. Had I taken that line. 20 cards left. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Play the synth. Okay. Another Rite of Flame. Deadly Dispute. Sacrificing the Synthesizer. Night's Whisper. Cast that. This brings us down to 14 cards in deck. Play another Synthesizer. Vines, Dark Ritual. Let's cast another Deadly Dispute. Really lagging here. I think I'm going to time out because of this lag. It's my own fault for not restarting. Alright, so we have 10 cards left in deck. Dark Ritual. Okay, I'm going to hold priority. Stream of Thought. Target you. Manamorphose. Because I don't want to draw the card yet. And then Tolarian Winds for 5. There's 5 left. So if I cast this Tolarian Winds, I start with an empty deck. Just depends on what the bottom cards are. You know, I think I'm going to let this one go. Blue, blue. Alright, so we want to do Rite of Flame, the other stream, Deadly Dispute, Deadly Dispute. Okay, Manamorphose. Yeah, I think I'm going to time out here. Like, I have 5 minutes on the clock, but, like, everything I do, it's just, like, lagging a bunch. Alright, Synth, Rite of Flame, 6 cards. Synthesizer. There's the stream. Why don't I just cast this Winds? Draw 2. Rite of Flame. Night's Whisper. Play the star. Okay, make a blue. Alright, so we have 4 minutes to execute the combo. Stream, target you. Alright. We want to get Cabal Ritual. Stream of Thought. The Synthesizer. And another Deadly Dispute. Yeah, come on, this is just taking so long. Okay. Play the synth. Stream. Cabal Ritual. Come on, please go faster. Deadly Dispute. Rite of Flame. The Synthesizer. Use a treasure. Cast Stream. They're casting Ephemerate to draw a card. Okay. Sack the synth. 2.5 minutes. So this should reveal Stream of Thought. It does. Sacrifice this for blue. Come on. Stream you. And it's not even an internet connection problem. Like, I have Ethernet up in my office, so it's just like the program being super laggy. Like, this should have been a match victory, and instead we're going to time out. Okay. Blue. Stream. 26 cards. Yeah, I'm not going to do this in time. Oh. That's it. That's the league. The lag made me double click and now I didn't shuffle anything in. Okay, so we went 0-4. Obviously not ideal. I'm not going to pretend that it was. This one was really a match victory. This was Magic Online memory issue, which stinks because it just updated to that new gaming company. I can't think of the name of it. Daybreak Games. They were supposed to be fixing a lot of this stuff, and instead, like, Magic Online was just super laggy here. So that stinks. We would have timed out had I not lost to the... Well, maybe I wouldn't have timed out, but we were going to time out even if I didn't misclick there due to the lag. So I think there's some slots here that we can play with. If we can find another artifact that isn't Chromatic Star, because I think Star is a little bit weak. You could play like an Ichor Wellspring, but then you lose the mana fixing. I also think that Manamorphose is a slot that could possibly cut. We could look at something over Night's Whisper, but we're also looking for cards that help us with consistency. So I don't love the idea of cutting the Night's Whisper. But hey, this league wasn't completely lost. I had I believe 3 game victories in our 4 rounds. Really, it should have been 4. We're just getting there. Like, building a deck is a process, and we have the shell of something really powerful here. We just need to keep on working on it. So thank you to everyone that helped me in the Storm Discord. I greatly appreciate your help. I'm sorry that these leagues might not be fun watching me struggle as I learn, but we have something here, and I truly believe that. I don't care what the record says. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Have a great day, and as always, keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.